you can just write on the Discord, but the best would be if you can jump on the scene where there is more interaction. So please log in the Centerland, join us, and we can interact directly on the scene and even on the screen. So just let me check the point. This one. So the first point is basically about the mobile access.
Yes.
This is very interesting features because many people can jump in the Centerland. Do not matter if you have a powerful machine or not, and this is a good step. It's something that makes me feeling good about the next futures. So many people can just join. Of course, there is some little bug to correct. We experienced that someone could not click. Basically, the general issues is the people that with mobile cannot click. But I saw them around. I saw they can chat with us. We see them. So I think the DCL is going to work, and soon it will be fixed, these click issues. But of course, like Vitalik suggests, we should make our scene for the moment more accessible for those people are from mobile that they have some issues.
Yes, and also I think it was yesterday I went through the mobile DCL mobile thingy. Then I realized that the mobile people are not able to see our screens yet. You know, our display. They can't see our screens, and there's no audio so far. Those two things I found out about it yesterday, that our screen just becomes, our screen is just white on the mobile and there's no audio, you know, which is a very, there's no audio, like, which is a very serious thing that needs to be fixed, because without audio there's no purpose of it, you know.
Of course, I didn't know this. I was aware about the click issues,
Yes.
and then, but this I can do something, adding stairs or adding an elevator pad where it's easy to access. This I can react, but I didn't know about people from mobile see not the screen and do not hear any audio. This is a big,
Same,
I want to say,
same,
a big stop.
same for me. Like, I didn't know until yesterday. Yesterday I fully went on it. Like, if we depend on other new users to give us the feedback, they don't really know the full package of how the PC client is. So they just tell us the only few obstacles. So yesterday, I took my phone and I entered on the mobile, and I realized that the screens are white, you know, and there's no audio. Whereby I know here at the place there's always music playing, right?
Yeah.
You can't hear music.
Do you mobile and some other people may do not have the same issues? So we should ask to the user by mobile if they see the screen. Maybe they answer everyone no, and then it's a DCL issues. But when maybe someone can say yes, I can see, I hear, and then we have to find out what exactly is. And then it's probably about the device.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. I think
the device works better.
what? Sorry, come again?
I hear that some device the app works better, and
Mm-hmm.
on some device the app does not work good. I want to say.
Yeah, I think it's like that. I think it also depends on what mobile device are you using. You know, if you're using a good device that has good performance and good graphics, you're gonna get something fine. Cause what I saw also from the mobile that I was using, when you go to Genesis Wi-Fi, and also I've used
So
it
for full
on,
power,
yes, I've used it on a normal 5G data, you know.
Okay.
So I realized every time when it goes to Genesis, it crashes, but it can access all the other worlds, you know, all the other buildings you can go. It's smooth. I don't know why. I don't know specifically why it crashes when you go to Genesis. You know,
But
specifically
when
Gen.
you launch the first time, you go to Genesis basically, and it crash.
Look, the mobile is not like PC. PC, when you wanna go to,
Okay.
you don't land in Genesis. You'd have to, like, after logging in, after jumping, for us you say jump in the center, ne? On the mobile it says let's go. After pressing let's go, it's gonna show you other buildings that are like other places that you can jump to. So it's gonna be up to you. Do you straight wanna jump to descend to Helvetia, or you wanna go to Genesis, or you wanna go to Audio Hot Lab? So if it happens that after you go and you wanna jump into Genesis, it's gonna crash. But if you log in then jump to Helvetia, it's gonna go smooth. You know.
Okay, okay. So, but I think, of course, they are working on. So we
Mm.
are speaking about bugs that I think the people. It comes from Regenesis Lab, and then the app should be official from the Centerland because I sent the link of the app to my nephew to let her join, and then I saw the app now is. Official published from the Centerland on Google Play actually.
Okay.
So this is an official product, not like the first one. The old one was not officialized and it was not to play.
Mm.
You know there is a
Yeah.
app about
I
the
think
Centerland.
I think with time they're getting to fix those stuff, those missing small things, like even the click issue that we had. I think they're gonna work on it because like most objects, most competitions, I'd say, most competitions or promotions that you come across, they require you to do a click. Like even when you go claim an NFT from an event, some event would say click on this. They're
Of
gonna
course.
they're gonna have to fix it some point. And also what I saw on the screen, uh I was looking to accept friend request. I couldn't accept friend request. That's another option I couldn't find. You know, like when.
The mobile is not possible because the click does not work
Mm,
basically.
so the friend request issue, I think it's a small minor issue that can be fixed also. But for now, right now, you can't accept friend request. People can send you friend request, but you can't accept them. But
I understand.
but judging from when it started to now, like when the app went, remember I used to ask you about the app a couple of days back. Judging from then to now, I see improvement. you know
Absolutely, that they makes. So we are not here complaining. Absolutely not. Of course, we are speaking with us about what work, what not to try to make the experience possible. But of course, the people from the central are surely already working working on the click issues, and then one day then it will work the same with the screen. Then I think it should be not so easy to migrate a such game in the app. Of course, there is many other metaverse that already works very well on the app. My nephew is on Roblox basically, and she tells me always about Roblox, and she play only with the phone. So, but I don't know if it's technically the same, because Roblox is more like a game platform basically, but.
A VR or what? Because as you can check on the scene, there's an avatar with no name and we can't see. Because now, remember, we used to think it's mobile. We used to think mobile is like that. A mobile user, you won't be able to see their name or their avatar. Remember, we used to think of that. So now I see there's a user, we can't see their name or their avatar.
We can interact, we can speak, we can tag them, they receive the tag. It's just slowly, they are working on. So this makes me very happy. We don't speak about just tomorrow, but I think maybe for the new years, we will have a barely working app that, of course, then it will come many other issue to fix, but I think for the new year, then we'll have an acceptable level of the app that the people can enjoy. Click issue fixed, and then the screen. But the screen, I want to check if it depends to everyone, or maybe it's just by the device. That's we can just asking around when we meet the people with mobile login.
Yeah, but like from what I've experienced yesterday, like, cause like I remember a few weeks back I tried to log in, I had complications, but yesterday when I logged in I was very impressed. You know, it's so smooth, the running and the graphics around it. It's like, man, you can see next year it's gonna be perfect. It's a very beautiful thing to really have Decentraland app on the Android. And
the better part that there is not available yet on Apple Store. So basically for iOS there is not the app yet. So people with iPhone at the moment are cut out from this. But I'm sure they will fix this soon, so soon. I don't know how much it will be this soon, but I'm sure it will come one day even for iPhone user.
So now I have a question. I have a question for people who are building, for builders, for creators. Is it wise? It's one of the topics that we're touching. Is it wise to move your building to be mobile user friendly right now, or there's people that will say, you know what, mobile people will catch up later. If they can't enter in my building, they'll wait until their mobiles are able to access my building. I'm not gonna do any changes. Or it's best to work with, let me fix it now, as we tried to do with ours. Let me fix it now, so that even when they are new, these users are still new, they can access the world. What would you say? Like, from your point, is it a good point to start changing now and adapt with them, or be like, you know what, they'll catch up, I'm not gonna do any changes?
I get what you mean. Just let me greet. I see DiyaotheGod. Ciao, Billy. I just write to him.
And Metalove is on scene. Billy T Coin and Metalove.
Oh, Metalove.
Vitalik was still fine. Vitalik was asking if everything's fine. So yeah, cause like you realize other people are gonna say, I don't have time to entertain mobile users. You know, like basically there are people who are gonna say we don't have time to entertain mobile users. They'll catch up when they catch up. And there's people like us who are saying, you know, mobile users are might be the future of Decentraland. So we need to cater for them as soon as possible, because let's say these users that try to enter Decentraland now, it happens that they enter and they find out that there's scenes that they can access, you know, and they end up leaving Decentraland even before the developers reach a point of fixing the click issue. There's already people that left Decentraland before the click issue was fixed. You know, what
I
advice would
get
you say?
totally.
Is
I get your point, and of course, if one day this yell explode, these people get back. But I agree with what you mean. So I felt bad when I saw that T-Rex could not reach the top floor and join us because it was the click issues. And then when I build this scene, when I deploy, I just add the stage to add the to let them coming up. So basically, so in my personal opinion, as long a little adjustment is needed to let them coming up or come in the scene, maybe this is something doable because the mobile user are basically the next users. No one have a PC, no one want to buy a PC, no one, not all the people have the same possibility to build a competitive pitching machine. So the mobile is the future, and then the most people is more smartphone oriented. And it will be the new social only when people can just log when are on the bus or when they are popping in the toilet, and then just scrolling
yeah,
Facebook post, Instagram post that no one cares. You can just go in through, but it's not just this. It's just the easy access. So if you have to sit to PC, you have to turn on the PC, and it looks like effort as long as you can just with one click with a smartphone. So in my opinion, as long a little adjustment on the scene could be done to let the mobile user better experience the scene, then yes, this is my personal opinion, of course.
yes, cause like I feel now that we see that there's a surge of new users coming in and some of them are using mobiles. I think most creators should start accommodating them, you know, start building Android user friendly worlds, you know, cause like the wave that they're gonna come with, trust me, from I think if Shefi also allows mobile participants, it's gonna be packed. You know, we're gonna reach that level that we always wanted to reach. If this other promotions that bring people into Decentraland start accepting only mobile people that are using mobiles, and also we accommodate them, I'm telling you, Decentraland space is gonna be filled with mobile people and a lot of people. And
This is the mobile user are the the next one, but
mm,
they are working on. We saw in the last 15 days changes a lot. The app
mm,
works always better, works slow, and soon we will have an acceptable app that let the people enjoy. But until that moment, as long as scene can be a little bit adapted, okay, about the click is not always possible.
mm.
We have even just down the screen there is all the social logos that you can click, and then you are linked to our social media. But about this we cannot do much basically. So the click issue will be for sure fixed.
and Shout out to Scotland. Scotland just walked in, and Miranda. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Miranda.
Let me check. So, ciao Scott. I see Scott Lion, and then I would say Marade.
Miranda.
This is
Marada.
Italian style, I would say. Ciao Marade. Take a seat, and if you want, join us in our Discord.
Yeah.
Ciao Bella, I see you.
And also you were gonna tell me about the Creators Hub. You know, I'm still learning about the Creators Hub. I don't know much about it, but I know you have some experience in the hub, in the Creators Hub. Tell me more about that. What happened with the new update?
Yeah, this is just let me greet my brother.
Now let me do the.
So about the new update about the Creator Hub.
Yeah.
I am a big Creator Hub lover, so I use it to build mostly our scene. What I can do, I'm not a Blender user. I have no idea how to use the Blender, so I use basically only Creator Hub. After the last update, there is a reducing of textures. So
Okay.
what does it mean? Before, with 6 lens, we could have a maximum use of 46 textures. And everything takes textures. Image need one textures. Everything need one textures. So you go easy to reach the top. And with the last update, basically the textures are the half. Now we have to find a solution to use to optimize the use of textures. What I know is adding image through the code would avoid the counting of textures, but this is not my sector. Basically, I am not a coder at all, and maybe we can just asking to someone on the scene. Maybe there is Billy D knows better, Scott Lion knows better if they have something. Just let me write to them.
Okay, because I'm also trying to learn here and there about the Creator Hub. But you know, for a new person, when you open it, it's so many things happening. You know, so let's hear from people that might have some knowledge on the ground.
Yeah. Basically, I don't have it. Vitalik could even know this because I know Vitalik knows a little bit about coding. Let's just write it them and then we see. Ciao, Barada. Ciao, Bella.
And Redno just joined in. Redno, welcome to Hellvetya Pixel Business Community Talk. Feel free to join our Discord if you're interested in joining the call to share your views and opinions, and man, feel at home. And also,
If someone of you guys knows if adding image through code affect or not the textures count, because to add the image with the Creator Hub, you have to add the smart item that where to paste the image basically, and each smart item it costs one textures. So you can easily understand that when you want to open art gallery, let's say, when you have to show maybe 12, maybe 20 pictures, it takes 20 textures, only the image, and then it remains you only 8 textures to build the rest of the structures. So, but this is with Creator Hub, that Creator Hub has a little limitation. Of course, know how to code, know the coding is the best way to create in the Centerland, but I don't have such skills.
Billy says when you add models with texture via code, it will not show in the Creator Hub count. You know, also the limit
count for textures and triangle is not a strict limit. It's just a guide. You can still publish if you go over the limit. Only total file size is a strict limitation.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy, thank you so much, my friend.
So,
this is a very helpful news. We are not so deep in the technical. We are not coder. We try to do our best, and the fact about the limit textures, materials, and triangle are not strict. You could anyway deploy your scene. I already heard it. And yes, but it was just rumors. But when Billy T Coin says something like this, is very trustable information. And basically, yes, because the scene where we are now, we go over the limit with 3 textures. We are 31 on 28. And it loaded, and the scene run smooth, and this is. But it worried me a little bit, of course, because you never know if the scene it goes to load properly as long as it's not loaded, because you use many textures, but the file size is what is strictly to take in consideration.
Yeah.
This make the difference, basically.
Okay, now, so the most important part is the file size. No matter how many triangles you could have or the textures, it won't stop you from publishing your build.
But this is the point. Not all the people knows this. Just put in the shoes of a new user or someone that have no access to some trustable answers, and this stops to you, because when you have a land one by one, so a single land, a single parcel, the textures limit is only 10. Then, if you try to build with Creator Hub, just put the wall, it takes 1 textures. And what I notice is when you start a new scene, it takes already 3 textures, but you have not put a single object. So you start already with 3 textures on an empty land. Then you add the floor, you add the wall, you add the 2 objects, you takes over already 5 textures on 10. So people that approach the first time to the Creator Hub and realize, I just put the floor, I just put 4 walls, I just put a table, and I already reached the limits. This make this stops the people a little bit, because they don't know.
They don't know.
You can publish it anyway.
Yes.
This should be, I don't know, maybe say it more clearly, but of course the Centerland has its reason. So I don't go through about the decision that they take, but just take on the light the fact that after the new update, because if you have one land, you have 10 textures. If you have a land of 2 parcels, the textures does not double. The textures are not 20, but with 2 land, you get 12. One land, the first parcel is 10. Adding a second parcel, you go to 12. Adding a third parcel, you go to 16. Adding a fourth parcel, you go to 20. Adding a 5 parcel, you go to 22. And adding a 6 parcel, you go to 28. So it's not that each parcel adds you 10 textures. It's not it does not work like this. So the radio, the exponential radio, it's work something like plus 0.20, I want to say. So you don't get go much, but
I'm also reading the conversation from the chat, and Vitalik was asking if will materials that exceed the limit 10 red, because in the game called Exodus of many things 10 red, which exceeded the limit. I'm trying to understand that. Exodus. There's a game called Exodus, or a world called Exodus.
Because when you are on Creator Hub, you can click on the bottom on left side, there is a square. If you click on, there is the textures count, there is how many material, how many textures, how many triangle, and there is the limit. And all the menu is right. If you exceed, for example, the textures count will becomes red before. Now they change it and then it becomes yellow. This is to let you see you override the limits, basically. If you are in the limits of triangle, the triangle, the font, the color of the font still be white. If you go over the limits, the color of the font, it turns on red. But now they change it because red is a strong color, and then you perceive this like a strict limitation. They change the font color in yellow now. So if you exceed the textures use, then the color of the font by the texture it became yellow, and they advise you are overriding the limit, basically.
Okay, but I'm listening to what you're saying and also reading from the chat. I'm sure I've gone over text limit without issues many times. So Billy Ticon says he has been over texture limit many times and he never had complications. Obviously his textures were not pointing out that much, maybe because like it would restrict him if there were too many problems, I think.
Just a second, I want to write to Billy if the same is applicable to triangles and the materials too. He spoke about the
texture, yeah. Because maybe that could be the reason for him to be able to pass through just like that, because it was just texture.
So, okay, of course, he said I always goes.
Yeah, I always go triangles too. One scene I have now, it's
566 over on just 40,000. Basically, more than 10 times more over with the triangle. So my question, it answers itself. So you can go over the suggested limitation, I would call them.
Cause I remember
without
from
a problem,
cause I
keeping
remember
in mind,
because I remember the
sorry,
first time. I remember the first time I got here. The struggle was triangles. We had an issue with triangles. We were so scared of going over triangles,
yeah,
and now we find out that it's not about triangles. It's about the size. What matters is the size at the
the
end.
sides,
You
yes,
know, the
absolutely, yes.
requirement size. That scene of mine works fine. Okay.
This is a good, you see, this is a good news, I want to say.
Yeah, very
This is
much.
a very, very,
Very
very
much.
good news. I'm happy to hear this. And just let me check some other points.
We and everyone on the scene: Lady Love, Retno, Scat Lion, Dice, Billy T Con, and the user that's hiding their name. Thank you for pulling through, man. Okay, let me see what. Where is Lady Love? I see Lady Love on my chat, but I don't see her on the scene. She's supposed to be somewhere around here. Let me check. While you're still checking, let me check where's Lady Love quick, guys. She must be around. Oh, and she's standing at the entry point.
But she was upstairs before. I just want to ask, someone of you is logged with the mobile? So I guess maybe Marauder. I don't know. Just let me ask. I want to check if some of the present people is logged through the mobile. We can ask about if they see the screen.
Okay, let's check if there's anyone with a mobile right now. I tried to log in with my phone. My phone, the phone that I'm using right now doesn't allow me. I don't know if it's space or what. The phone that I'm using now. Let's check. Are you logged in through? In the meantime, I think the next point would be, going to a place like, let me say, when I was a newbie on Decentraland, I used to go around and check around places, and you find a place, and you find this avatar that's just standing there. Then you send a chat, hello, hi. Then that avatar doesn't respond. Then I'm like, why am I here? What's happening? I get lost. It's like a ghost. Until you really said to me, no, don't worry, that avatar is parking. I was
That avatar is
parking. It's
a
like,
parker.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, many people do like this. They just go on the scene, leave the avatar, and then just doing something else and not taking care of what happened. This is the same feeling I get when I land. Then there is someone that does not interact with you. You go to the scene, there is people, they are not interacting at all, and then you realize these people do not interact and don't jump twice in such a scene. Because what is important is more the human interaction that make the people coming back on your scene. It's
Yeah.
not the scene itself. Our scene is basically just a white cube. It's not nothing special, but we have people that time by time they coming back because they knows they find someone that interact with them.
Yeah.
Personally, when I go on a beautiful stunning scene, I like it the first 5 minutes. If there is some AI I just interact 5 minutes because after 5 minutes, who want to speak with AI? I don't want to
No.
speak with AI, sorry. I want to speak with a real person. So the AI basically itself is funny the first 5 minutes.
Mm.
Then you can stay 10 minutes more if there is a game.
Yeah.
Then if you are a gamer, you can spend many time on such a scene and then you go back on such a scene. But you have to be a gamer. I am not a gamer personally. I don't like to go to game. This is so what I look as a normal middle user is the interaction with other people, the socializing part basically.
Yes.
This is what I personally search. But are not all the user like me, of course, and
I'm reading Billy Ticon says I like to AFK, hence AFK wearable I published, but also interaction. I think there should be there's I think AFK can be described in two forms, or there's two. For example, let's say I'm on and I'm busy and something in IRL calls me up quickly to the point that I don't want to log out.
I was thinking the same about because ability have this is even it's emote with this sign on the head that tell I am AFK. This is already okay. This is already something that helps because
Yes.
I come, people can be AFK, and
Yes.
then I know you are AFK.
Yes.
Different is when people just park the avatars and go away hours long. You
How
go
mu-
on a scene, find an avatar, and after 3 hours you go back and still to be the avatar in the same position, still to not be interact. But like ability to, we have the same. We have the same AFK emote of ability to show that we are AFK. But what that miss is exactly what you tell.
Yeah.
So
Like even
uh,
even in
what was crossing something with DRL? What was the message you tell before?
me, the message I was telling before, I was saying there's different kinds of AFK, ne? I'd be online doing something, then you find out in IRL I have to take care of something quickly and come back. You know, that's understandable. That's understandable AFK. You know, I'm busy with something quickly, I'm still gonna be back. And there's AFK whereby you're gonna find an avatar parking at a build and it's been standing there for hours, more than 12 hours standing just there. Even you could send a text and come back after hours, that avatar is just standing there. There's things like that. And there's,
This is
you say.
this I was thinking, and then I just want to tell we are going to do this by ourselves, basically. We are working already on an office emote. We are
Yes.
already working. There is a professional creator that is doing this, and it will come soon. And we have in project many other emotes that we can give to the Pixel Business Talk. And I want to say the second in the row, maybe for the next month already, is something like this. We are going definitively to do this emote about I'm crossing something in real life, and this fit much with our daily business, because this happens when during the week we are in our office. Is that time that we have time to to work on the Decentraland. I personally, I work all day long, so I don't have time to take care of the Decentraland things, basically. I have my work, I have to be focused on my work. I I can find 10 minutes to write a message maybe, but I cannot stay there and think on the central. So when I come back to home and then sit on the PC and I log in the central during our office time, then that is the moment that I am busy to check many other things, working behind the scene. And in that moment, maybe people having an emote like you suggest, let understand the people I'm here, I'm working, and they can write anyway, but they know they will get an answer later because we are working actually.
Yes.
This is the point that many people maybe don't get it is when we are logged online, we are actually working. So it's the time that we spend to push our decentralized stuff basically.
Yes, and
This is the life of
and it comes to that point whereby you visit as a new user. Ne? I see there's somebody who just joined us on the call. I was trying to check the name who's not who joined us. I don't know who's on the call right now. Somebody joined us on the call. But as I was saying, man, at least Jeva. Yes, man, we need an emote like that. But as I was saying, you find as a new user comes on and you have an event. It's something we talked about. You have an event and this new user sees the event, comes to your building, enjoys the vibe, enjoys everything. Then the event is finished. Then the new user comes to your place again the following day, hoping to see you, hoping to see something, only to find out, man, there is nothing. I'm only seeing an avatar that's standing there. I'm trying to communicate with this guy. This guy, yesterday at his party, he was talking a lot. We were having fun, but today it's silent. It's silent. I'm telling you, that new user, I think there's only 25% chances that new user is gonna return to that place because it's not what he found in the first place when he came. So I'd advise other users, other creators, that it shouldn't be only during events that your place it has interaction. We talked about something like that. If you make it a thing that even when there's no event, you're gonna find me there, you're gonna have interaction, 100% that person is gonna come back. It shouldn't just
yes,
be
I agree with this. Of course, not all the scene are done to be lived every day. Of course, people that makes mostly party, of course, they have to they don't need to stay on the scene daily.
Okay,
For
yeah.
our concept becomes more easy to do this. We just launch every day. We are present on the scene, but even because we want that the people knows, I don't care which day, from 5 p.m. until 7, 8 p.m. I find someone that interact on that scene. This is what we want to push around the message. And then, of course, like the IO says, if even the other creator, they just on their scene and be there welcoming the new user that jump. Sometimes it's boring because you are on the scene, the new user jump, you say hi, hello, you welcome, and then he just disappear. So sometimes it's something like this. But in my opinion, it's better be on the scene and show to the user that they jump, that they find someone that interact with you. This is my thought, of course.
Yeah.
And yes, this is why we are on the scene almost every day, basically.
Because I believe the most important side of Decentraland is the new user. You know, the new user, it's the most important side, because new user experience, it's what's gonna grow Decentraland. You know, if we as creators that have been around, we mostly focus on invest in new user experience, you know, instead of us focusing on pre-existing users that have been there for 5 years, 2 years, you know, instead of us focusing on entertaining the crowd, we move our focus on that and we invest and focus on first user experience. Then that's what's gonna help us grow, you know. In terms of when I was talking about events and buildings and all of that, if, for example, I'm gonna use an example, if your community deals with making events, you know, don't just make it about events, you know, someday create, you know, I don't want to name drop, but if you have an event on Tuesday that's about music, make something on Thursday that's gonna be interacting. Give us feedback about the event. What do you like? You know, let it not just be about music, because if it's only about music, then there's people who come on Decentraland and they don't like music. What about that crowd? You know, and it's new
Yes,
users
not all the people comes in the central and
to
to
party.
just hear music.
Yes,
We do party too. We do party
yes,
as well, just
yes,
like everyone.
just
But
like everyone.
I get what you mean, giving an alternative option.
Mm-hmm.
And what I saw around, there is Mary Shark is doing exactly like this. She runs many events. Of course, she runs music event, but she runs even events where to speak with the people,
Mm-hmm.
to cater the Spanish-speaking communities, and explain how to get inside. So let's say what I see around the Mary Shark is one of the people that is in this direction basically.
Mm-hmm.
Not giving only music party, but even social moment. I want to say maybe like this we are doing now. We are just speaking and socializing, and I know sometimes it's not so fun. Maybe sometimes it's more fun just dancing, hearing music,
Mm-hmm.
but life is not only part, I want to say, and not all the users that jump in the central and jump to go to the party basically. This is even something that to take to keep in consideration.
I was fixing my camera, but we're
No
fine.
problem.
We're fine. We're fine. I hope you guys are still fine. On scene, I see Miranda talking about Sunny Day, Louis Armstrong a lot. And shout out to Maweti for pulling through. Billy Ticon, you still around. And Scott Lion, thank you very much, madam. Man, I'm gonna be strict on time also. We just crossed over with 5 minutes from because we normally take an hour for our talks based on our plannings. I was trying to read what Miranda's saying. I'm not see camera not see. I don't understand what he's trying to say.
What Marauder?
Marada.
My says camera not see because maybe he has not camera. He can only hear.
Oh, 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 he could have. He's the person that joined the call now.
He's yes, he joined us. He joined us from long. I want to say from 20 minutes. But so we are to the end basically, Dio.
Yes, yes. Just
Okay,
wrapping,
I
just
just
just wrapping up what we talked about today on our chat, and we covered most of the things smoothly. We talked about smartphone access and how creators, pre-existing creators, can maybe modify their builds so that it can accommodate new users, because as we can see, new users are having difficulties on joining us in other worlds. So and also, we forgot to touch on that. It's gonna, could it multiply anonymity,
anonymity.
anonymity,
Oh, this is
the side effect.
a point that maybe we are going to touch next time, which
Yes.
is the basically the point.
Mm.
Of course, we all knows that if you log with many accounts to cheat the
Mm-hmm.
credits system, of
Yeah.
course, the central is not stupid. The central knows everything, see everything. The data do not lie. So this is
Never.
not the problem. The point is, as long you log with a PC, as long you log with the same computer, with the same Wi-Fi, with the
Yes.
same IP address, you are recognizable, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But what if I take a smartphone, I take a SIM card and I play with 5G? This is a different IP address, and this is not linkable to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if someone wanted to cheat the credit system, you can take two or three old phone, then take for each one a SIM card, and then there is many people. How to say a Peter? There is many cheap option. You can have it for €5 per month. You can have 5G. There is the electronic SIM card. So you have many old phone. You have many SIM card with an amount of €10 per each month. You can pay the 5G to the three phone, and then people can cheat the system because each phone is a different device with a different IP address.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the point. Of course, it worked. Why people should spend money to pay different SIM card? The money you lose to pay the SIM card, you can basically buy the mana and then buy what you want with the mana.
You know.
But people sometimes prefer find a complicated way, but they have to say, "Hey, I cheated the system, I fucked the central, I get the credit." But
Yeah.
this is not the way. This is not the way at all. This is not
Yes.
the way at all, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of
Mm-hmm.
course,
Yeah, and
everyone.
we also touched on the creator hub. We just found out that triangles and textures are not our limit. Our limit is just space. That's what we learned today on creators hub. And also we learned a little bit about being present in your scene to welcome new users, because new users are the future. So like, yeah, man, it's been a very lovely chilled talk, a very insightful. I hope people that are on scene got to learn few things, enjoyed the chat also. I talk a lot, but I don't talk like Fabio talks. But otherwise, guys, thank you very much for joining us. On my side, very insightful. What about you, Fabio, from your side?
About me, I just want to remember we are running our talent show. So if you
Yes.
guys know someone with some unpopular talent, some weird talent. We looking even people that want to share the life moment. This is so. If you of someone in real life, magician, jongleur, acrobats, we looking for people that makes martial art, people that makes parkour, people that makes maybe mountain bike in some dangerous place as long as they don't die. So this is something that we're looking for. We are looking for even for the photographer. So we're looking for photographer that comes to our event, takes 5 shoots. 4 shoots are simple, one have to be strongly artistic, edited, and we are going to pay $50 for each commissioned events. This is what I want to remember, and this is all from my side, Dio.
From my side, right now, that's all I have. You've said most of the part. What's in front of us right now is the talent show, and also the most important thing that they need to remember, people on scene. Tuesday, Salisbury promotion day. Wednesday, Meta Scream. Thursday, the antenna. We at the office. They must come and check us out, man. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you to everyone. See you the next time. And now we just chill a little bit on the scene and have our party times without no reason. Sometimes you don't need a reason to have a party. Just join the dance floor and dance.
Yo, before we close, the last one, guys on scene, the people on scene, please go to our Discord channel, and in our Discord, check the general chat. Under general chat, there is community. Join community talk. Join community talk. Please post your ideas, your concept, your topics that you want us to cover, like basically everything that's relating to what we do, Web3 space, internet. Just post in there, we discuss it, then we talk about it, so that the show is about all of us, not just me, Fabio, or Hellvetya. It's about us as creators, as users of Decentraland.
Yeah, like the Yayo says, just suggest some topics that interest you. This is, of course, mostly for the new user like us, people with a big experience, of course, have no much question. Maybe they answer to our question, like today with ability. I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate your support. You be active part of the talk today, and but for the new user, there is a tons of questions. Maybe sometimes it's very basilar, but we are even here to answer to the new user some, let's say, not so complicated answer, but for them are very complicated. So have a good evening and see you next time. Have a fun, guys. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you.